Hey everybody, welcome to the new and improved Supplier Spot website. I'm very excited about this. I launched the original Supplier Spot website in March of this year, 2024, and I built it on a platform that did the job that needed to do, but I was not completely happy with the platform. Plus, I got feedback from several of you that are on Supplier Spot right now, so I've used that feedback, and this past summer, I spent some time rebuilding the site, and I'm really happy with what I've built so far. So if you notice here, I'm on the site right now. I built it on supplierspot.org. I'll have both supplierspot.com and supplierspot.org going to the same URL. But if you notice here, I am actually on supplierspot.org. This is the new site. And I'm going to show you how you're going to register on the new site and get your listings on the site. So the site right now is basically just a directory site. So this is just a place where you'll put your information about the amenities you provide for RV parks and campgrounds, or associations, executive directors out there that want to have the associations on here. So you can get your information out to RV parks and campgrounds. You can do products as well, such as products that you're selling. Right now, the website's not designed to actually sell products through the website yet. That's going to be phase 2 of the platform. So you suppliers out there that actually sell items will be able to, and for you RV park and campground owners who want to sell any items out there that you may have that you're not using around your park. For example, one park I've been talking to, they're upgrading their meters to the new Wi-Fi meters. So they're going to have several of the analog meters that they won't be using anymore that they can sell to other parks. So this will be a platform where you can actually sell those items. I'm really looking forward to phase 2, but right now I want to just get phase 1 with everybody on it. You'll notice too, there's services, structures, and then I'm also adding a section called work campers. So for RV parks and campground owners that are looking for work campers to come and help them out at their parks, I'm going to have a location on here where they can actually find the people and look at their profile and send them a message and contact them. So to get started, it's really easy to do. You come right up here to the top right, make sure you're at supplierspot.org, and you click on sign in or register. When you click on sign in or register, it's going to bring up the screen now where you register. So right above here where it says sign in, you're going to see right next to it says register. So you're going to click on register, and I was doing some testing with some other types of emails that I have here, but you see register, it should be blank for you. You're just going to go through, you're going to put in your email address, your username. I would also put in your email address. That way you always can remember your username. Come up with a password that you'll always remember. Of course, your first name, last name. I recommend putting in a profile picture. So if you have a headshot of yourself, put that in there, or use one from your LinkedIn or your Facebook or whatever social media if you have a good picture of yourself. Also, the display name, I would put your display name to be your first and last name. That way, when people are searching, they'll know that they're talking to the person whose display name is their first and last name. You can put about yourself here, just a couple sentences. I think it's only 140 characters, so just put a little info about yourself there. I would also add your social networks, such as LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, just any other way that people can get to you through the platform. Of course, check the box, I'm not a robot, and you click sign up. Once you click sign up, it will take you to your login screen. So I'm actually going to go to my consulting one that I've already set up. And I'm going to click here on my consulting one. I'm using social login there. I've already created this account. So now that I'm in here, I can actually come up here and then click on, once I actually did the sign in piece, it'll show up here now that my name's here. So you can see, here's my name, here's my profile picture, and this is actually my dashboard. So that's what's really cool about this new platform is you can actually track the amount of people that are coming and visiting your listing on the site. So I'm actually in my dashboard right now. You can see when I hover over my name here, it says dashboard. It shows that I have one published listing. I don't have any pending listings. I've had 33 visits this week. That's really me playing around with the site, getting up and going, plus a few other people I've had testing it with me. It tells you how many views you've had in the last 24 hours, last 7 days. There's a lot of good information on here to help you keep track of the statistics and the data analysis for people coming and checking you out. So definitely want to browse around this. I've actually had a web developer helping me with this design, and his company's based in Nigeria. So you'll notice here that I've had some hits from Nigeria, and he's had a few people that he works with in Germany check it out as well because they want to see what it looks like from all parts of the world. So it's pretty cool where you can see what countries are actually coming and looking at your listing. So it shows you top browsers, top platforms, all that cool stuff. So if you notice here, as I mentioned, I only have one listing. So if I click here on publish listing, it's going to show which listing I have published right now. And I'm just using my Sword and Consulting published listing right now. So I'm just showing you the dashboard. What you're really going to want to know is the add a listing piece. So once you're logged in, you see here on the right, there's the button called add a listing. So I click on add a listing. And what you're going to want to do is if you have a service, you'll just add a listing and put it under these listing types. Or if you have multiple types of products, for example, if you do virtual tours and you build maps for parks, those could be two separate listings. That way, when they search for you, it's coming up under two different types of categories. So in this case, I'll just use the example of, we'll say, associations. So if I say associations here, and I'll pretend I'm the executive director of an association, the listing title, of course, is whatever the name of the association is. So in this case, it could be, I'll use Florida for an example, Florida and Alabama RV Association Campgrounds, or whatever the exact listing you want it to be. Under the description, put exactly what you do, what you provide, what the association is all about. Under images, you want to definitely have just your logo as the first picture, and that's where this is right here. It shows logo, shows max size is 5 gigabytes, so don't do too big of pictures because it'll take a while for them to load. You can put a cover image there. The cover image is kind of like Facebook or LinkedIn, where it's a cover image at the top of your listing. And then the gallery images. So if you have pictures that you want to add in, this is a great place to showcase all your items. So if you're posting your products or any other information you have for amenities or something, it's a great place to put your gallery of images. Contact information, even though it shows optional here, I'm going to highly recommend you put everything in here. Because if an RV park or campground owner or somebody comes to the website and they land on your profile and they're looking at your product, your services, they will want to send you an email or call you or check out your website or visit your social networks. So put in your business email, your business phone number, your website. Make sure that the website is https:// then your URL, or www. and your URL. Then down here, you want to add your social networks. Just make sure you have the links to your social networks. Location here. Right now, it just kind of defaults to this London location. I'm getting that worked on to change. But here, you would just put in the address of your business. So you could just put in your city if you wanted to. So if I put in Tallahassee, Florida, I could say Tallahassee Weston, Tallahassee Drive, anything of that nature. And as soon as I put it in there, it's going to bring up that area and people will know your location. If you have multiple offices, you could actually do a couple locations. So now then down here is your listing details. What category do you want to put it in? So for example, here's the category list. So this is the list of associations that I've added to the site right now. So you just go through and put in, what association you're a part of. If I'm missing one, let me know and I'll add the category for you. So then down here, association optional. This is one that's not really necessary, but it's just there if you want to add it for the second time. Then you click I'm not a robot and you click submit listing, or if you want to do preview, you can check it out to see what it looks like. If you want to finish right now but don't publish it yet, you can actually click save as draft and then come back and update it. But if you're happy with everything, you click submit listing and then it sends me a notification that a listing has been created, and that then I will go through and read through it, make sure everything looks good, and then I'll approve it. So it's a really great way to advertise your business. That's my whole goal with Supplier Spot, is to make a one-stop spot where suppliers, associations, RV park campground owners can all find the products, the services, anything and everything that they're looking for their parks. As I mentioned, phase 2 is where you'll be able to sell stuff through the site. So that's what I'm really excited for too, is working on phase 2 now. But for right now, it's a great location to go and advertise your stuff. Even though I showed you an example of associations, you can actually do the examples of whatever your product is. So for example, if you sell products, for example, and you want them to go to your website for right now, you can click on products. A good example I use for this one would be Liquefied. Liquefied, they're great guys there. They sell the tank treatment liquid that goes into the RV park tanks to help with the smell and keeping everything broken down. So that's where you could put on here what type of product it is, the listing product, go through the whole same process, put in a lot of pictures here because people like seeing images, put the location that your company's based out of, click I'm not a robot, click submit listing, and then boom, it'll be on there. So that's a really quick and easy way that you can come through and add your listings. If you have more than one listing type that you want to do, you can do 2 different listing types. So definitely browse around the website. You'll see here that I've put conferences and expos on here. All the ones that I'm aware of are on here. If there's any on here that are not on here that you would like to put on here, click right here on Submit an Event, and it'll actually bring up a form that you can fill out of what the event is all about. And once you fill out that form, it'll send me a notification, and I'll go through it and I'll add it to the Conferences and Expos page. So that's a great way for you to get some more publicity out there about some events you might have coming up. But if you look here, you can go through and see, like, the next show I have coming up here is the glamping show. So you can click here on more info. Whenever it brings that show up, you can see it shows you exactly where it's at, the address, the dates, has a little bit of information down here. If you click more information here, this will actually link you over to the site where you could register for it. So again, another great asset for you to, or for anybody out there that's looking for shows to go to. So again, go there, and again, you can even add it to your calendar automatically. So if you click on Add Calendar, whether you use Google or iCalendar or Office or Outlook, you just click on whichever calendar you want to add it to, and it'll automatically put it on your calendar for you. So based on these dates. So that's a great thing about the website. I'm also very excited to do Spotlight podcasts. So Spotlight podcast, you'll see here that I've done several of them over the last couple months. I would love to have anybody on here as a spotlight. It's a very simple process. We just do a simple link, and we just have a casual conversation, and we just talk about whatever your products are, your services, and associations. You'll see there I talked with Bobby Cornwell and Dee Whitting, and we talked about the association and what they do for members, and then their upcoming shows, and talked with a lot of great people on here, as you can see. So I'm always looking for spotlight people and want to be on here. It's free. It's just a way for you to promote your product and just get more word out there about what you're doing for the industry. So definitely browse around the website. Show me or tell me if you have any ideas or feedback or anything of that nature. You'll notice here too, when I click back to the home button, it shows that I'm not signed in, but all I got to do is click right back up here. And since I already logged in once, I'm still back in there. So I don't want you to get confused about that. If anybody goes to your listing, for example, let me go to here. I'll just type in, splash pads, because there's a company I'm working with that does splash pads now. If I could spell. So as soon as I start typing in splash, you see that splash water park category pops up, and there's actually a company called AK Sells that is actually installing and selling splash pads now. So if I click on the splash pads here, you'll see that the pictures that were loaded are at the top here, and then you can see it's got some information about what the splash pads are. Here's their gallery, where they're located. And then it has all their information here of call now, send an email. The direct message is cool because I can send you a direct message, and they have to be logged in or signed in. They have to be registered on the site. And when they send you a direct message, it pops up right up here. As you can see, those little comment icon boxes. So you can go to the website, check it out too, and all that good information. So this is what an actual listing would look like once you get your listing on there. So again, I'm real excited about this new site. I've done a lot of work with it. I've been working with that developer who's doing a great job for me. So I'm excited to keep this moving forward. You'll see here that I have featured suppliers. These 4 suppliers have been very helpful with giving me feedback about what to do and how to make the website a little bit better. My goal is to have these change out every quarter. That way we can have new suppliers every quarter. There will be an extra fee for this part, but I haven't really nailed that down yet because I'm waiting to see how well the website does before I start talking about monetizing the website. But you can scroll down through here and see a lot of good information right on the homepage about everything that I'm trying to help promote. Again, if you have any feedback, please let me know. You can always send me an email to bobby@supplierspot.com. That's suppliers with an S, supplierspot.com, and I'd be happy to answer any of your questions. So thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, feel free to give me a call or send me an email. Thanks.